What's up, Whippers? This is Vice here, and we're going to have a look at Armarouge EX today. So, it's another EX Pokemon that came out in Paradox Rift. It's a Stage 1, so not too hard to get into play, and some pretty cool stats from top to bottom. 260 HP is pretty normal for a Stage 1 EX, and we've got this ability down here, the Crimson Armor. So, it's got an ability that reduces incoming damage by 80 if it's at full HP. So, if an opposing Pokemon comes in thinking they're going to do 260 damage, 280 damage just to knock you out, they're going to be pleasantly disappointed, or unpleasantly disappointed, when they forget about the ability and their attack comes up short. So, even if they are aware of the Crimson Armor, it can be difficult to play around unless you've got some kind of way to remove the ability. Path to the Peak, of course, would be one of those. And then you've got this attack down here. It's kind of reminiscent of Center Scorch VMAX. 2 colorless, 40 plus. This attack does 40 more damage for every fire energy attached to this Pokemon. And so, when you think about it being a fire-type Pokemon and all of the options that are available to us in the format, Armarouge EX has got a really appealing set of tools to get it going. So, let's have a look at what I decided to go with in the list. And the thing that I'm sort of leveraging here alongside Crimson Armor, allowing us to tank hits that other Stage 1 Pokemon may not be able to, we've got the Burn Brightly Charizard from Pokemon Go, and it's got the ability where each basic energy, or each basic fire energy attached to your Pokemon provide 2 fire energy. And the ability can only be applied once, once at a time. So you can't have like multiple Charizard just to apply the ability more than once. But even one is quite significant, because it means that the fire energies attached to Armarouge EX will provide 80 more damage per fire energy attached. So, at 1 fire energy attached, you can already use the attack to 120, 2 fire energy, 200 damage. 3 fire energy, 280. There's a lot of relevant Pokemon with 280 HP. 4 energy, right? 360 damage. That's a lot. That's a lot. And how, might you be wondering, do we get all this energy into play? Well, there's a couple of routes, right? We've got Fire Off Armarouge here to help manipulate energy on the board. And then what we have is Magma Basin, right? So on our turn, we fish in our discard pile for energy with Magma Basin, get it into play. We use the non-EX Armarouge to push it to the active, and then between that and we've got like a cheeky Raihan here, we've got EXP share, we've got all sorts of ways to sort of cheat energy into play faster than you might normally if you were just attaching 1 energy a turn. And before you know it, your Armarouge will start sweeping your opponent's board. It's very cool. Very, very cool. Very fun. Is it competitive? Not exactly. There are a few different potholes in the strategy here. All they gotta do is find a way to place 10 damage on the Armarouge to get rid of the Crimson Armor. If they knock out the Charizard that's on your bench, that halves your damage output. And in this type of deck, it can be a bit tricky to get all those Pokemon into play. But the thing that we do have to help us on our way is the 2 of Technical Machine Evolution, which the attack, of course, allows you to search your deck for Pokemon that your bench Pokemon evolve from and evolve up. So you choose 2 Pokemon and you use that effect. And so what I end up doing a lot with this deck is actually going second, using Technical Machine Evolution, and then doing all of that to allow us to get set up and get ready. Because, going first is great and all, but we're really concerned with trying to get set up on the board. We really want access to Arven to make sure that VIP Pass really does the job that we need it to do for us. And yeah, so look, that is the gist of the deck, right? On the item side of things, we've got the 4 VIP, and we've got things like Earthen Vessel and Level Ball, Ultra Ball, we've got Counter Catcher, all of which to search out with Arven. Not to mention we've got the EXP share and the Technical Machine Evolution to search out with that supporter as well. And then, just Countercatcher and Boss's Orders for your gusting effects, and 3 Iono in the list at the moment. So not as many as I would like, but as many as we can fit. I'm got the energy here sitting at 9. You could certainly play with that number if you wish. Maybe you bring it down a little bit, add a second Earthen Vessel. And I just want to call to attention also the fact that we're running Radiant Greninja. I tried Radiant Serena for a while, and it is sensible as an inclusion in the deck, because being able to heal your Armarouge means that you could potentially Magma Base into them, and then heal the damage. And then that means that you can alleviate the bench space taken up by this Armarouge. But in practice, I found the Serena to be a little inert, and I have been enjoying the combo afforded to us by the Fire Off Armarouge, Armarouge EX, and then just Greninja in order to get the energy into the discard pile and give us a little bit more consistency to work with. So, look, I got a game coming up for you. If you enjoy decks that feature Pokemon that are a little bit off the beaten path, please consider subscribing to me on YouTube or follow me on Twitch, where I'm live multiple nights a week. And yeah, I'd love to see you there. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video here on Vice Games. Enjoy. Cheers. Thanks. So, once again, we choose no to going first. And then, hopefully, our hand looks pretty good. Alright, that was almost a great hand, but double VIP pass, not ideal. So we try again. That is not that great either, but assuming that Vessel is in the deck, certainly playable. Big fella. He's here. He's here. The hands. We got VIP. Boom, boom. Okay, we got everything, right? We got everything in the deck. Arven. And we're gonna go no Vessel. Well, well, well. If it isn't the consequences of my own actions. I'm gonna take the TM evolution. We're just thin. Well, change tact. Do things a little differently. I'll hold the TM, and we'll hold the stadiums, and we'll see. Haha, yeah. Yeah, I added a few new ones. We've got Chi-Yu and Zoroark and Iono and Wugtrio. You know, my 4 favorite Pokemon. Dang, punished for not playing the evolution. That's alright. You know, if my opponent doesn't get double here, then we would have been good. But not to be. Not to be. Well, Iron Hand's doing what it does best. However, our opponent is sort of lacking much of anything on the board. Not that it needs a great deal to get going, but yeah, let's see what we can manufacture here. What can we produce out of this turn? Nest Ball for the what? Nest Ball, I would have liked to put Greninja into play, but settle for a Charcadet in order to thin. We're going to do this. You know, play these 2 out of the hand. Bibarel. This is the type of game where we will just pummel whatever is in the active. And we do need to dispatch the Iron Hands, otherwise we will lose. That's not good enough, bro. That's not what I wanted to draw. Not even a way to discard an energy in order to get an attack off this turn. But, never mind. We play out as many cards as we can. End the turn. See what happens. You know, if Iron Hands, if they don't have access to something like Boss's Orders, you know, if they rope, we just send up Armarouge and prevent them from using Ampu very much. So, never to fear. Miraidon is here. Tandem unit, benching a bunch of Pokemon. Regieleki V is backing up their Lightning Pokemon. This will evolve into the VMAX and add extra damage to their Pokemon. Very lovely effect. The game that I add Greninja to the deck, right? Prized. Arm press for 80. Amp you very much. Alright. So some choices here. Okay, so I think what I want to do is Arven here and grab Ultra Ball so I can discard the energy. Yeah. So we discard the energy. Okay, Ultra Ball. Get rid of you. I'm going to get rid of the Bibarel. And this is where we take Charizard. Alright, we do this. Attach the TM Evolution just to get it out of our hand. And then we'll draw. Okay. Perfect. So we Basin. Energy, we'll put it on the Charmander for now. I don't really want to expose anything else to damage. Fire off. And hey, look at that. Despite their early aggression with the Iron Hands, look at that. 280 damage. And that's a KO on the Iron Hands EX. And look, now they've got a board with Zeraora, 2 cards in hand, and energy on the Raikou and energy onto the Zeraora. We've got a Charizard. We've got Armarouge. We've got a backup Charcadet. 3 energy on this Armarouge, right? It is going to get knocked out by Raikou here, but we're in good shape. Right, they're going to take this KO, but with any luck, we'll reestablish this, and we'll be a turn away from winning, right? At this point in the game, we do not need another Charcadet, because if this... First of all, if that doesn't evolve this turn, we're in trouble. I'm afraid of using Arven here. Sorry, afraid of using Iono, because if we don't hit the Pokemon required, the Armarouge EX, we're in trouble, right? So I am just going to use Arven here. Grab the Ultra Ball, which there's only 1 remaining, which is quite a worry, but thankfully, things worked out. So we'll go Magma Basin. I'm just going to put 20 on the Charizard this time. I don't want this Charmander to be so low that they can Zeraora it. We're going to attach energy here. I'm not going to risk using concealed cards for no reason. Fire off. Alright, move the energy over there. Ultra Ball. And we're going to discard... I think EXP Share and Charcadet can go. because they're not important at this stage. All right, evolve. And then we still get to draw as well, which is not too bad. All right. Grab ourselves another Charizard. And then Scorching Bazooka does 200. Thanks to the Charizard doubling the amount of fire energy provided by the basic fire. So now, 2-2. Right? You've got to bust through Armarouge if you want to win this turn. We've got double Charizard. Not bad. I guess the way that they win here is they set up a second. Amp you very much. I don't know if the Raichu gets there for them. If they were able to set up a second Iron Hands and just have boss, then maybe they get there. But like, they have to do a lot of damage. They have to do, well, what? They need 6 energy in play. They've got 3. Been through 2. Oh, does the Regieleki get them there? No, it doesn't hit a relevant number. So they need to hit both generators. And they need to get 3. See, I don't think this works. So I think they have to attack with Zeraora. That ain't enough, bro. They needed to attack with Zeraora, but if they had done that, we had boss's orders for game, right? Because we would also have Basin, and then we would have used Fire Off, and then we just knock out one of these. So yeah, they needed to get 6 there, and they did not have enough. So after all of that, GG. GG. And that is Armarouge EX. That is the way that I wanted this deck to work. And it got there. It's rough, right? Armarouge EX with Charizard. Look, it's a bit of fun. It's a bit of a different spin on the deck. Leverages both, the Crimson Armor, allowing you to tank a hit like we did, and then uses the Charizard from Pokemon Go in order to make the attack do that much more damage, right? It accelerates very quick, and if you get all the pieces in play, you start sweeping. So, look, this will probably make its way into the YouTube video. If you enjoyed that, consider subscribing on the YouTube or follow me here on Twitch, where I'm live multiple nights a week, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.